All right, folks. Good morning. How are things going? Your child woke you up, huh, Logan? I'm running a bit late today, so I've had to take some time to get everything set up, and also not feeling 100%. But the show must go on. What's Borada? What language is that, Aaron? Aye. For some reason the YouTube Live control panel is not functioning correctly. Oh, I guess I just have to see this myself other places. Oof. Oh, okay. Just a moment. I need to. Just see if I can fix things. Boreda. Okay. All right. So we're just continuing our work here. I know it's been a while since we had the language creation conference. How many people were at the language creation conference? Either in person or virtually. Oh no, but I mean, who in the chat has went there? Oh, okay, that's great. Yeah, I really need to get out there in person at some point. Uh, it's just I am. You ate the catering. Uh, it's so apparently they announced the next one's in Copenhagen. Is that right? But so that's further away. Well, I should have gone to this one. Anyway, so a couple things. Let's jump to the monitor here. Um, One thing is, someone contacted me on like Blue Sky after the last stream, and they said that like this for the nasal lenition, what happened in Celtic languages was the nasals became nasalized fricatives. And then, depending on which of the languages it changed. It was either became approximates or fricatives. Do I have that right? Well, I mean, Aaron, you're in Europe, so that makes sense. You could go to Copenhagen. I was just like, I was not able to get to this one, but I was hoping like next year maybe conditions would be right for me to go. But Copenhagen is much further. So I want to try to bring the conference to me sometime in the near future, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. For mutation, so if that's the case, that could be a cool idea for some variation. It does change the structure a bit. I'm not so. I say that I'm splitting these into four dialects, right? I am not entirely like, oh, okay. Well, I mean, the split between Goidelic and Brythonic would would be a big one, but there might be like other internal splits. But anyway, I think I'm going to go with that. I'm saying it does mess with the like phonemic structure a bit, but I'm not entirely like opposed to that because so one thing about okay, I'm going to split this into dialects. Like how far apart can dialects be before they become mutually unintelligible? And the answer is there's some recent work on lexical distance that suggests that there is like a firm boundary there, but it's it's like one study at this point. I don't know if it's been replicated. I don't know everything that's been going on in that conversation. But like mutual intelligibility is also going to depend on level of contact, um, the level of shared identity. Um, like there's actually an element of do these people want to understand each other is actually at least when you're testing it. Give me a moment here. Uh, so that's the thing. So I don't think it's too far necessarily to have some of these turn the nasals into fricatives, and some turn them into approximants. Another thing I was thinking about is, now let's see if I can isolate right. So I'm getting a L here. The other thing that I was thinking about was, there we go. Right? What is the E? Yeah. Okay. This is going to make some things a little bit easier. So, something I was thinking about is we want to get the labialization to work. And the trick here is that yeah, yeah. Constant, well, there's a lot of things that can affect it structurally, but I'm not being too worried about it. So I have the palatalization and labialization. So one thing that I want to do here is, if we bring up our inflections and we take a look at like vocalic roots, we get there we go. This whoa, okay. You get a lot of these short lax vowels happening. And one thing I wanted to consider, and we can look at the random roots and see if we got, how do I get to the filter? Yeah, let's turn off the filter. Let's see if we can find something. Yes, right? So you get these in between quite a bit. And I feel like it would be good to turn these into glides. Right. And also, we can also turn these into glides and then into labialization or palatalization, right? Where places where you have the, I don't know why. Why is my thing all gray? That's weird. Um, basically, so higuyas, 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 higuyas. Right, that would become a glide, and also I'm realizing that in our in some of our languages is going to be an alternation between G and B. That adds even more craziness to what we're doing. But I think that that is something I want to do here. So gliding, we're going to call this rule gliding. And we have a consonant. And what exactly defines our glides? So these are consonantal sonorant, consonantal sonorant, consonantal sonorant. We could also, I don't think we have any unrounded back vowels, so this is not going to be a thing. So we need to look at the vowels it would come from. And it would be these non-tongue root ones, I think. Maybe just not long. And it would be all only high ones. Tongue height. Tongue height. Right. So we would want vowel and how is this done? Yeah. Tongue height, not long. Just ones that are not long is fine. And I think it would be Hi, Daddy's here. Oh, I love you so much. Big hugs.
Hey, why is Mommy washing my shoes?
The
Can I
Twin
see the
Towers
white
Hotel?
on the green shoes?
Oh, yeah, there's your green shoes there. I don't know if they fit you anymore. They're kind of small.
They don't fit me anymore.
No.
Um,
You go on upstairs. Mama get you
these,
some breakfast.
these
So I want to
still
test.
fit Mommy.
So
Hey, hey,
let's grab some
these are
words.
Mommy's. Huh?
Oh, and then the
That's a
environment needs to
pink.
be before another vowel.
That's a pink, Daddy.
Oh, really?
And that's the white on my shoes. These do not fit me.
Oh, okay. So,
Huh? What? Where are my Crocs?
let's grab these and see that it works correctly.
How? What's this? What's this, Daddy?
That is a safety magnet. You need to attach that to the treadmill when you are running on the treadmill. That is very important. That is not a toy.
What?
Yeah, you need to leave that alone. You go upstairs, play with other toys. Mm-hmm.
Is there no?
Uh-huh.
Is there no this
And
upstairs?
this
Is
is a
there
good
no
test.
this upstairs?
What?
Is there no this upstairs?
I don't know.
Then let's go check on Fifi.
Go check on her. Oh, error. Okay. Labial sonorant. So we need to take a look. What did I miss on that? Ah, needs to be consonantal. Okay. Oh, actually, so okay. What you need to remove is the tongue thrust. Even though tongue height. Okay. Now let's go and check on. Let's go find one that has the. So Okay. Why is this happening? This is not supposed to happen. So I think, okay, we need to have a secondary rule. If it's labial, it's tongue height that gets removed. If it's, yeah, if it's plus labial, but not tongue height. Uh, oh, it's just if it's tongue thrust, not tongue thrust, and then yes, tongue thrust. That should fix the thing. Well, okay, there we go. Okay, that seems to be working correctly. So what we do is we're turning these into and then I need to combine palatalization and labialization. So that I can get and that should be shown here. There we go. Okay. So that is working correctly. So this is how we're going to get our initial labialization across the board, right? Uh, I don't know. I mean, we might work on some noun paradigms, but mainly I'm just doing sound changes, warm colors. Now, right now I have the uvular laser nasal getting lost before in all cases. And then we decided, okay, so the nasal lenition is going to function differently in different dialects. Let's see. Let's go here. So right. So we can come back to the lenition mutation as we figure out splits. Let's get through all of the rest. So degemination occurs. So it would be yeah. So that's how you do that. So why? The start of a word. Oh, I need to. Okay. I don't understand that. What is that? Okay. I guess I have to write it in the environment. Oh, okay. Well, it's not doing it. It's not doing it. Oh, Lexergy people, why is this not working? This is weird. So let's because this worked to create geminates, right? And we got vowel length this way. Okay, so if I take away the environment and just have this, okay, um, it's still not doing. Oh, okay. I have to make this happen before palatalization, right? Do I want it to happen that early? That's what the issue was. It doesn't recognize that as the same. So does it matter that I put it up here versus down here? That is a question. Because if this matters at all, I don't think it's going to. Because these don't really interact in any other way. So it should be fine to just order it before. Um, it's going to interact with lenition. That's the key thing. It's this interacts with lenition. And okay, I definitely don't want that to happen before lenition. Oh, we can come back here and put our lenition rules here. And let's actually do this. What do we get? Afa, tha, sha, asha, ha. I don't really like n going to theta. Okay, so what I want to do, I will go ahead and define the nasalized thing. What? Let's see. Okay, let me make sure. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to have the nasalized. Oh, this is the wrong thing. This is what did I just do? Okay, where did I put that? How is this happening? Right. This actually, I'm on the wrong lexergy. Oh, okay. Let me export that. Okay. So are those all the things that affect everything? So we need to, so the diphthong simplification situation. And then all palatalized versions of these become ch. That can occur after this. Then we need to define. Oh, these are all defined in terms of what they are not. Bilabial, not coronal, not nasal. But, oh, and not back. Do I have a check? I want to take this. And patterning with this, it should be tongue height. Okay. Oh, if we have, oh, okay. Okay. Oh, what happened here? Why is paw not being paralyzed? No, it is. No, it's not. Why is it not? So we go to where is call? Call, call. Is it not listed in the consonants? Is that the thing? Yeah. There we go. Okay. 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 So we've got. So this is our base. I'm going to export this, and this is now our base for the. Okay. So we've got that. Now what we need to do is create different versions of this that go with different dialects. And so, what do we have? We have day, dawn, dusk, and night. And we've put in all of the ones that apply to all of them. So we're going to, first of all, this lenition mutation. I feel like we can do a day-night split here. Or we can put together, insert, merge cells. And we're gonna, in these ones, this will be a second split between the light and dark, okay? And we'll go with fricatives here and approximates here. There. And then we can have that sort out. So we need to open up a bunch of Lexergy windows and just be going through and working out what goes on. So would be cool if Lecturgy just had dialect tags. I don't think that's... Dawn, day, dusk, night. So, so. Now, let's see what happens as we go along here and get the specific rules. Okay, so starting from the top, qua to pa. That happens pretty early in day and dawn dialects, right? So we get, oh, it needs to happen after palatalization. And if I remember the way you guys voted, you just wanted both K and G to do this, right? So and then okay. Oh, why am I have this as the last one? Oh, it should be not parallelized. That applies in all four. Fix that. Okay. Yeah, we have aqua, and agua here, and here apa and aba. Great. So that is working out fine. So the next split, we have approximates. Nasalized fricatives become approximates here and fricatives here. Oh, how are we going to do that? After our lenition rule, I think maybe uh, what is the difference between these? Okay, yeah. So that's right. We want to. There we go. And there we have the nasal fricatives going to glides. I may. Where did I put that? Right after the parallelization. It can be in the same place in both of those. Um, call this DNAs because it's not going to have the sonorant, and so that will make it just a fricative. Right there we go. I apologize. This is not the most interactive of streams. I'm not doing a lot of votes and stuff. I'm just kind of inputting the things we already decided on here. Um, okay, approximates and fricatives. All right. Day, dawn, dusk, night. Okay. Now, degemination, the degemination rule. So in the twilight dialects, it actually occurs everywhere. So we want to go to these middle two and find the degemination rule and remove the environment here. And if we just quickly test, like that in there. Yeah. Whereas, oh, if we put that akai everywhere else, that one preserves it. That one removes the geminate. And that one preserves it. Okay. Oh, and also, I realized, guys, there's something odd about, so when we do consonant roots, we have these mixed clusters. Let me just, no, I don't, I think what I'm going to do here is actually force these to become actual geminates. Just so that this, and the way I typically will do that is I go and I have it take the first one take the identity of the second one. For stops, that's like the more natural way to do it because the release is on the second one. So that one has a stronger identity than the first one. So we'll go with, so I need to go back here. And that's actually that's going to have to be a change to the original. So I will go back and do that to the middle Fey one. But for now we're not going to worry too much about it. Now, so we've gone through that. So degemination. Now, what happens to the glottalized consonants? Ooh, so dawn and dusk, they become adjectives. Okay. It's a little bit weird to have. Do I want to have geminate adjectives? Because that's what I'm going to have. I think it's fine. So we'll have adjectives, adjective. And then this, I think, okay. The day dialect preserves geminates. So I think actually the glottalization only occurs if it is a single consonant between vowels. That's the way that I will do that. So we go. Where should I put this? I think we can go here and we can have right. It needs to come after degemination. Okay. And I think it's plus constricted. Plus constricted. Okay. Just becomes should just become glottal stop, right? Because I don't. In the environment of between two vowels. Should be the only place that those occur. And then in the other case, it is. Now, if I understand Lexergy's logic correctly, these should apply simultaneously. Okay, so let's uh, atta versus atta. We apply this. And where would those be? Oh, where did I put them? At the, yeah. Yeah. Versus atta. Yeah. Perfect. Now, for this one, for Dawn dialect, we just have an adjective, right? So we need to define. And since I'm not worrying too much about what this is, I'll just call it adjective. And that means I'm going to have to go define the adjective diacritic. And the adjective feature. And that's going to have to, well, let's make sure that this actually happens correctly. So we need our ata, what? Oh, it needs to be plus adjective. Let's go plus adjective, yeah. At, ah? Oh, no, I don't want that to happen. So that means we need, I mean, we could do objective fricatives, but I don't feel super into that. I feel like the adjective part of it is going to strengthen it so much that it's not going to do that. So we need to actually, so we can go here and we can do this before the lenition rule. What happens then? We still get that. So we can go yeah. I think that's what we want to do. And then we'll go copy that bit to the night dialect again and have the same sort of thing happen before lenition. And then oh, I need to yeah. At and and at. That's an interesting. That's super interesting. And then okay. And then given that, I'm gonna actually say here that even here those didn't get lenited. And that will be another reason for like lenition to just not happen, right? Okay. And then so we will get and in this one, right? In the dusk dialect, we just completely lose glottalization. Need the plus sign here. And if we go find where, yeah, ata ata. Okay, so let's see how far have we gotten here. The long shift. So, now I need to check and see if this is even still relevant because the way that we have right. Okay. So the long shift actually is not going to work in the same way that it would have because okay. Oh, right. So okay, so we do get this ia Ia, ia, ua. Why do I never see that? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so this will occur in some places. And then that means that I need to make an adjustment. Because right now, the way things are written. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to make sure that our gliding rule, for our gliding rule, these cannot be tongue root. Tongue root, those are stronger. Those have to be stronger so that they resist turning into glides, which makes some sense. There we go. So when it's tense, then it doesn't turn into that, and that opens me up to do this uh, the long shift. So let's sort out what the long shift is. So the long vowels became short, and then these diphthongs became the new long vowels. So um, so if we have So what we need, and we need to know which ones have it. So this is in day, dawn, and dusk, but not in night. Oh, and they should happen. Let's make the vowel shifts start more recently, and then we get let's go here. Yeah. So we get the palatalization happening here, but not. But here we get it's still there, huh? Right. Okay. So what do we have happen here? Oh, what we need is we need is vowel. Okay. Long vowels become short. And then a vowel followed by schwa ahu. Right, ahu. Good. Okay. And this occurs in these first three, but not in the night dialect. And then we have the diphthong simplifications. And that's weirdly going on all over the place, except for non, where it's limited. Oh. Okay, so question for you guys. And I don't know how many people are on, but if I'm going to do this, like, we had different ideas for these. Do we want it to be realized differently in different dialects? So, like, should these vowels end up looking different in different dialects? Yeah. Are there filters? Uh, is my I'm thinking I can determine like which way each goes. I've decided already that only the E changes. A changed there. I'm thinking that since this started in the Dusk dialect, maybe the Dusk dialect is more advanced and has lost more features. And what happens is like here, okay, let's sort of do this. Okay, I think I have an idea. So, okay, here's a thought. We got different ways this could go. I think actually, so this happens basically the same for all of the dialects. Um, uh, but at first, however, there are additional changes in the Dusk dialect that cause these to lose rounding. So we got o to a, we get to e, and then also this loses its fronting. A goes to a. Okay, and that will differentiate the Dusk from the other dialects. Oh, that is not what I wanted to happen here. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. So, what do you guys think of that? I think that probably is a good way to add some more variety to the vowels. Um, in in a way that's not too disruptive. So I'd say so. What I would need is I would have to say like not high vowels lose rounding, and then specifically becomes ah. Yeah, yeah. I think that works. Um, so first we need to go to the day dialect and do the simplified version of this rule. So um, and that one, it only has this rule happening. All right. So I think we can just define it that way, and then we go here, and the other three all get the same thing here, right? They all get um, so they will all get this plus the other two. And I have to make sure that I define this. Now there's a question. I think this can happen after long shift because we're still going to have long vowels present in the language. They're just going to be in a different place. Let me go find all of my vowels and see how I can define. Symbol ash. Okay, so we have a low. So if we go uh, uh, no. No. Oh. It's O. There we go. Low syllabic labial. Right. Low syllabic labial. Aw. Aw. So ow become aw. And this happens in all of the rest of these. But there's a further change here. I think I can just call this non-high collapse, and I'm just gonna have this. I'm just gonna define this in symbols just to be quick here. Should we keep the backness of that, or should we? I think I actually prefer it to go all the way to just ah. Oh no, we can come back to that and consider. Ah and ah. Ah ah. Because if if we have ab becomes ah, and then we don't have the ah. Actually, so we're gonna have ah becomes ah. No, I think not. I think we just collapse it all to like just central. Have the low vowels just all lose all definition and collapse into one. Um, and that only happened in dusk. So now we are close to time, so we're not going to be able to finish this right now. So what I need to do is I need to export, 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 and then I need to go in here so that I do not like screw up things. So and then go back and then rename There we go. Oh, okay. They're going to be in a weird order in my sorting. Well, I'll have to figure out how to sort them properly. So that's it for today. I will mark in my thing that we got to. So we've gotten long shift, and then so the next thing we need to do when we come back is operationalize raising, fronting, and the rest of that, and then we can be looking around at other things that we can potentially um, deal with here. But we're doing pretty good. Uh, yeah. Um. Oh, apologies for this episode being less sort of interactive. I'm a little bit under the weather, and so it was not. I was not being chatty or doing polls all the time. Just doing some grunt work that I have not had time to get done yet. But whether I do this off camera or go on camera for it next week, we'll see how well that works out. And we can always refine our sound changes later, because, that's something that I have been doing. So, thank you all for watching. It's been a pleasure. If you haven't, I think that the streams are still up on YouTube for the LCC. So if you haven't seen everything, which uh, probably a lot of people haven't yet because there were a lot of talks, you can go check out those streams and find the different talks. I did record mine locally. I don't know if I'm going to stick it on the channel or not, but my life has been a little bit crazy recently, so it's just having to catch up for a little bit. Anyway, thank you for watching and happy conlaying.